Hi guys, and welcome back to Fish Johnny. It is Fish Johnny and not the vested koi keeper, which actually is a cool name. So anyone watching and thinking about taking the channel up, get a vest on, do the vested koi keeper, and it's a play on words. But anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed the Tempest fitting. It went fantastically. A few hiccups on the way, but went all right. Anyway, as you know, I changed the UV bulb, and it's quite frightening this actually, and to be honest, quite upsetting. I changed the UV bulb and everything seemed fine in the pond, but then I went out and I was going to do a video for you guys, and I wanted to make sure that the Tempest give the updates give the Tempest the best possible insight into the impact it's had on the windows, had on the water quality through the windows. So I went to clean the windows. As I put my hand into the window, thankfully I was using my hand, I put my hand in and I felt like, what? I'm getting an electric shock here. Feels like a bit weird. But because I'm a bit numb, I just carried on doing what I was doing. It wasn't like a massive it was more just like a sting. But I just thought, that's a bit weird that. So anyway, as I put my hand on the metal part of the frame of the pond, it was like I was connecting to it, and I thought, hold your horses here, something's proper not right. And the fish's behaviour had proper been off, they'd all been down. But I thought, with the water quality issues I've had and everything like that recently, I've just been waiting for them to adjust to the new environment, which all the water parameters are perfect. It's just the clarity now. So anyway, I'm back to getting an electric shock, and I'm doubting myself, and I'm moving around the pond, conducting myself, from here to there to see whether I'm actually going mad or the water is conducting electricity. But Fred was up, so I knew the fish weren't dead or anything, which I was starting to think, what is going on here? As my son chucked a battery into the pond, and because it's cloudy, it had charged up the water and created an electrical charge within it. So I was panicking about that and thinking about scuba diving down to the bottom, but probably getting electrocuted and dying, so I didn't do that. Anyway, I started doubting myself, so I went and got the missus, and I said, put your hand in here. She did, and it electrocuted her. So I was right, it's electrically charged. She shouted at me for that, but it doesn't really matter. I found out what the problem was. So my mind went straight back to when the UV55, when I unpacked it the first time, and the inner chamber sort of slid out when I undid the first bolt, maybe because it was over tightened when it was professionally put in, and it shot out, and I thought, right, there might be water back in there. So I unplugged the UV light and checked the electrical charge again with my body conducting it, and nothing happened. So I thought, right, at least I've got the problem, it's the bloody UV light again. So I thought, right, what am I going to do? I spent the whole night on YouTube searching. I found a guy called Paul's Koi or something like that. I commented on his video because it was quite helpful, and he just said it was an absolute nightmare because his sleeve had cracked. So I got the courage up to get the sleeve out, which actually wasn't actually an hard job. You just push it through the chamber, and then to get it back in, it just goes straight back into where it should be. I was thinking that I'd be there dangling it and moving it around and stuff. The actual tube, not the bulb, but the sleeve or the blast or something they're calling it. So before that, I messaged Evolution Aqua just to say, my pond is conducting electricity from the UV light. What can I do other than just unplug it, and what should I check? Their answers were basically, where have you bought it from? Because I only bought it 11 months ago from but after the experience of having the problems with the fitting, charging 630 quid to just do the pipe work for 10 hours and the electrical work, which was just putting plugs on, I wasn't confident in going, not confident, but when I feel like I've been had over, I don't bother going back, So yeah, ideally I'm not going to get back, or I am not going to get back in touch with and ask them about this and that and the other, because I just felt like it left a sour taste in my mouth, especially the fact I paid 630 quid for them 10 hours worth of work from a professional, and it leaked at the back 3 times, which I had to correct, and the window leaked, and it took him 10 days to get back. So when you have an experience like that, you just don't bother going back. I mean, it's only 150 quid for a UV bulb, and there's plenty of koi fish places around here, so I'm happy as Larry. And I know it sounds a little bit bitter, that, but that's just the way it is. And I still don't know whether to this day whether that guy just made up his own price or works for him or what. I have no idea. But either way, they were the people that put me in touch with him. So anyway, I'm waffling on. So he did do the original electric work, which I thought, if the UV would have got water on it, the unit itself from Evolution Aqua would trip out, or at least the plug would trip out that the professional put on. But it didn't, and my water bottle become electrically charged. So all my fish have had a current running through that water for like 24 hours. And I only found it because I put my arm in the water to check it, and the fish's behaviour changed a little bit. So anyway, I haven't been able to keep up with the Tempest stuff because it only had 24 hours. But thankfully, if I walk around there with you, after my little rant there about that sort of issue. So there we are, the Tempest with 24 hours worth of stuff in it. I am going to drop it down now. I'm going to get the missus, once she's recovered from an electrical current surge, out here to video me, and we'll see what it's actually dragged out, because it does look like it's dragged a hell of a lot out there. I don't know if I can move my giant gynocopod out the way. We can see there, there's quite a bit of algae build up there, which I'm interested, actually, if you guys can comment. I've seen them with the wetsuits on, which look mint, but I can't see myself making a wetsuit for this. If anyone does make them, that'd be cool, or would make me one, that would be even better. And I've seen Vince at Twisted Core, he wraps his in like it's a kebab or something. He's just got all tin foil round. He did say it's because of algae, and the guy is like a fish spurt. His knowledge is up there with the best of them. I just love listening to him talk about it. So yeah, I would prefer, I think, the wetsuit look, especially as you can sort of see this from inside. So yeah, so that's what it's got so far. In fact, I'm just gonna spin you around and show you, because I've got there behind me, you can see all my UV bulbs that I've been through recently. And well, I'm not going to spin you around, I'm just going to show you. So here we are, you can see there 3 UV 55 bulbs at 23 quid a pop to go through this. The first one was leaking when I first took it off because it was over tightened originally. The second one I don't think works, but I wasn't 1,000,000%. The third one, I have somehow broken the inner sleeve there. You can see this is the inner sleeve. It just sort of, that's what the UV bulb sits in, and then grommety things go on the end and stop the water getting out. But because we had that original issue with the water going through, that is what it is now. So I've had to order another one of them, another UV bulb, and on top of that, what did they say it was? The little plugs that go on something 8, F8, or some type of connection that the UV bulb uses, where you plug the end, like this part, then 2 little prongs, what you connect that into. The customer service person at Evolution Aqua was quite helpful in that regard. Said you want to check them and make sure that they aren't, because there's been water in there, that they aren't burnt out. So I've had to buy 2 of those as well, which were like £1.20 a piece. Couldn't find them anywhere else, and I had to pay 4 quid for some, 3 or 4 quid for delivery. So they're coming, but because it's bank holiday weekend, because this is bank holiday, start of bank holiday weekend that I'm doing this, I'm not going to receive them now for a while, so my pond is just going to get greener and greener and greener. It's a little bit annoying, but it is what it is, and that's when you choose to go online and buy stuff. They're the perks of the game. Do you know what I mean? But you can see there, 3 UV bulbs. First one, over tightening, in my opinion. Second one didn't work. These were bought directly from Evolution Aqua as well, or should I say Amazon, Evolution Aqua on Amazon. The third one is my fault, I think, because I smashed the inner tube. I don't know how, because I was really gentle, but I've smashed the inner tube. And now the fourth one's on its way with a new sleeve, and I've got new plugs. So anyway, as you can tell, I'm just a little bit peed off at this situation, to be honest. I I don't know anyone that's to blame really other than myself for being stupid. I just feel like things are working against me with this. It should have just been an easy case of open the sides nicely, unpin it, slide the new one in, ping, ping, you're on. But no, I got a sliding inner thing that let water in that just set everything off. And now my water's bad quality. Well, it's improved, but it's not great by any stretch of the imagination, especially for the filtration system I've got on with the Nexus, the Tempest, the UV light, everything like that, and the vortex spinning everything round. So all in all honesty, just a bit gutted and can't wait. But I'm going to pick up the energy when we do this first drop of the Tempest. And the pipes didn't leak, so I was buzzing about that. Still am buzzing about that. I'd rather have an issue with the UV light than the pipes leaking. So there's a positive. So the pipes aren't leaking, we're rocking and rolling. We're gonna go and drop the Tempest now. I'm gonna bring my wife out, who's got her hair stuck up in because she's been charged. But yeah, nonetheless, just a little bit gutted. And like I say, I know I've had a bit of a moan there and a bit of a groan and stuff, but I'm trying to be like sort of not independent, but just like objective about my experience and just giving my honest feedback about my experiences throughout this. So that's what I've experienced. This, I did doubt myself and I thought, shall I share this or shall I not share this? Because obviously it might upset a few people, and also I look like a bloody idiot with an electrically charged bloody koi fish pond. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And in my opinion, I don't know anything about electrics, but I just genuinely thought that the UV light would have tripped out with water on, not charged the pond up. And I don't know whose fault that is. I don't know whether it's the expert that installed the plugs, installed the wrong plugs maybe, or whether it's the unit itself, or if anyone else has had similar experiences with electrically charged ponds, whether the unit is defective. I honestly don't know, but I just know that it's got right under my skin. And to be honest, now the way I feel about things, it's just sort of cheesed me off. But I know we'll get through it. And like I say, I know that the pipe works good, and I know everything's going to come good in the end. It's just one of those points where you just feel like you're stuck in the mud changing a goddamn UV bulb 4 times in 3 weeks and still having green water. That's the worst part of it. But yeah, I'm going to get her out now. Stop moaning, stop groaning. That's life. You know what I mean? That's life. So I'm actually going to give her a shout now. I'm going to give her a knock on window, see what she does. You ready to record, darling? Oh, look of doom there. Okay guys, so now we're about to do the first filter drop. The first one didn't go that well because I didn't put the slide valve in. So make sure both your slide valves are isolated before starting it, or else you look like a plant pot like me. Okay? You should see it all agitate here now. Don't know why it's coming through so slow. Maybe it's supposed to do that. But yeah, you can see now it's worried about the bucket filling up. Oh, there we go, look at that. It's pretty cool, isn't it? So you can see there, it's throwing out quite a lot of stuff. It's going to fill that bucket, I reckon. Which I'll throw it into this bucket and we can have a look at what's come out. That will stop it there. This is just off the first 24 hours before I went to all of the UV lights and stuff. You alright, darling?
Yeah, good.
Off we are now with a pop-in. I do quite like this pop-in sort of. It's quite cool. It is throwing out quite a lot, you know. So when I dig that trench down, I'll be able to get it in one bucket rather than messing around like this. I think it's just going to be like that, yeah. A bit more. Sounds like a little old motorbike, doesn't it? One of them Plaque 50s or something, back in the day. Is it all going to go in that bucket? simple and the easy way with it. So just throw that in there. You can see there at the bottom of the bowl all the algae and stuff. But what is quite impressive, turn this off when I can kick it back in. When I connect the pipe work, because it's all off at the minute because of the UV bulb and stuff. But when I can kick it all back up, you can fill it up and get going again. But look at that, darling, zoom in on that. In fact, just drop it back a second, you can see how dirty this is. Even my son, drop back, darling. Come here, Jaxie. Look at that, what's that, yak it? Say yak it, tell mummy yak it. Yak it. Okay guys, so now you can see that I drafted the wife in to do that. It was quite funny. You can definitely see how dark that bowl is. Let me lift you right up. Anyone with vertigo, too weird. That is dirty, 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 nasty. But what's good is the fish are here. Look at Fred, let's go and say hello to him. And this is what I'm saying about the pond. Whenever you're in a bad mood, come out to the fish, stroke Fred on head, and that's it. Younger son. Electrical current hasn't done you any damage, has it, mate? Didn't have much in relation to brain capacity at the beginning, so I throw a bit of food in, see if you take it while we're talking. So yeah, I think we covered quite a lot there. So as you can tell, there's a lot going on. Super impressed, or would be super impressed if I was happy with that bowl. Everything's on order, the drama's over now for the UV light. I'm just hoping it does arrive soon, so then I can get everything connected and get up and rocking and rolling, because it isn't great having this sort of view, you know what I mean? But that's what it's life, that's what it's about, that's what life's about, do you know what I mean? You hit problems, and I know a lot of people hide from the problems and just pretend like the knowledge was acquired through never getting a thing wrong, but I'm here to make mistakes, and that's what's going to happen in this journey. I'm a beginner. But we're going to turn it all around, get it all right. There's been some exceptional help, and I'm super grateful to everyone that gets involved, comments, subscribes, follows, comments in a positive manner. It's absolutely fantastic. You're always going to get haters, but they're rating on their own life, not mine. So, plus my life's awesome, because I love it. So, yeah, it is what it is. You go through ups, you go through downs, and this is a bit of a bad patch with the UV lights, but it could be worse. Like I said, it could have been the piping, and everyone's happy. So gotta say bye bye, Jax, say bye bye, say bye bye. Kids never do what they're told, do they? So please like, please subscribe, and I hope you've enjoyed what's gone on there, and I will do follow-up videos. Okay guys, I hope I haven't been too whingy for you. Take care. Guys, so I just realised that the video was a bit negative, so to end the video on a positive, look at me little rascals. Oh, bond's just been dropped there. Look at them. They're all healthy, they're all happy. Hello guys. That from Winston at the back there, the orange one, the Benegai. You know, it's not his happy face, that. Okay, let's get him up. Hello Fred. Hello big guy. Come on. Get a Karachi guy, guys. They're amazing. Hand feeding him. Others won't hand feed that much. Weigh him every time. In fact, Shaggy's under there, so he'll be up in a minute. Yeah. Still see the water's murky, but the UV light obviously isn't on. So subject, go backwards jump. But yeah, I just thought I'd end it there guys with a sensational look at the fish.